Welcome back to TK Tennis. So the US Open Day 1 got off to a very chaotic start, and the worst umpire on the ATP Tour strikes again. So if you haven't seen this yet, let me set the stage. Here we have Bonzi playing against Medvedev, and this happened to be on match point. And what happened here was Bonzi is preparing to hit a second serve after missing his first serve. And what you're going to see here out of the corner is a cameraman is going to start coming onto the court prematurely. And this is where Greg Allensworth, the worst umpire on the ATP Tour, again makes a terrible decision. And I'm going to explain to you why it's such a simple decision to make and how wrong he got it. So let's take a look. And remember, pay attention to the corner here. So Bonzi misses his first serve right there. And again, pay attention right here in the corner. Please. There it was. You can see the cameraman right here starts to walk out onto the court. Now, of course, Medvedev is not happy about this, that his first serve has been granted. Medvedev saying that the umpire just wants to go home, and that's why he's giving him a first serve. Again, highly disrespectful, and I'm no fan of Greg Allensworth whatsoever, as you've known when seeing my past videos, but this is uncalled for. Okay, so this goes on for 7 minutes. It delays the match by 7 minutes. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of the actual decision. And let me explain, because the rules are a little bit subjective and the umpire does have some discretion here, but I don't even care about the rules right here. It could not be more simple. The fact of the matter is this is a mild interruption of play. When the umpire walks out onto the court, he's immediately told to leave the court and he gets a first serve awarded. So was that right or was that wrong? It's absolutely wrong. And all you have to do is these occurrences happen all the time. Whether it's a cameraman walking onto the court like he did here, just momentarily, that is no different than if a fan interrupts play for a split second in the crowd for someone walking down into the stands. That's no different than a leaf blowing onto the court and a ball boy needs to come and get the leaf, or if it's a bug. This is a mild interruption, and it's no different than things that happen all the time at the pro level in between first and second serves. And you cannot award a first serve to someone just because of a temporary, very mild interruption. So what this cameraman did by walking onto the court interrupted play, yes, but it didn't interrupt play while he was tossing the ball for his second serve. And even if it did, it's still not material impacting the point. So this is a really easy decision. And of course, Greg Allensworth right here is known to make horrible judgments. And that's the point of being an umpire. You are a judge. And being a judge requires really good decision making. And he does not have good decision making. He had plenty of time to make this call. And of course, it's a little bit up to his discretion if it's a long period that really interrupts play. This was not a long period of time. There is no reason that Greg Allensworth should have awarded a first serve to Bonzi. What should have really happened is Bonzi should have hit the second serve with as minimal interruption as possible instead of this umpire making such a bad call that it then riled up the fans, including Medvedev riling up the fans, and delayed play for 7 minutes. And it was really very, very chaotic and exciting at the same time. But it was the wrong decision. Now, you can easily argue that Medvedev also should have been defaulted from this match, even on match point, because Medvedev was demeaning to the umpire and completely lost his mind and was riling up the crowd. But you could easily argue that Medvedev should have been warned and then received a point penalty after continuing with his antics. Because essentially what Allensworth did for 7 minutes is did very little to calm the crowd down or to get Medvedev to stop his childish behavior. So this is a complete failure by Greg Allensworth. And while Medvedev was right to be upset about the decision, he was basically wrong, entirely wrong with his behavior. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next ace, and don't forget to like and subscribe.